All right, that means it's time for another episode of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. We're here. Well, one of us is here. We're doing the in separate buildings thing again this week. We
Mother's Day.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we took some time for Mother's Day, and so we decided to do it remotely. That's what the word I was looking for, remotely.
There it is. But we do have a crazy week to talk about. Finally.
Yeah, there's kind of some wild stuff. And well, we'll go ahead and get into that. And here, once we get through some of that, we're gonna jump in and talk about some heel turns.
Oh yeah.
So
hopefully everybody remembers these. I mean, some people will, some people won't. Hey, if you're new to it, hey, look it up after we talk about it.
Yeah, some people will be too young because we're old.
Yeah. Kate's sitting here somewhere. I don't know. All right. Where should we start this week? Do you want to start with good old WWE?
Yeah, let's go ahead, jump right into Raw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had the first that was the first night of the I would consider first round of the heavyweight championship tournament.
For the tournament thing. Yep.
Yeah, and for the most part, man, it was good, but they did throw us a little curveball in there, with the whole, Brock and Cody incident. So, but I'm glad to see Rollins. I think, he's been getting the what's the word I'm looking for? Just put it on the back burner. He hadn't been getting what he deserved out of it, man. Rollins is always a hell of a performer. So I'm glad with that one.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Yeah, I was happy to see Seth get through that, and then I think we'll get a chance to see him shine. And yeah, we did get the Brock and Cody. Well, that feud's definitely not over.
God damn, man, no. I looked to see how, because Brock, I thought it was maybe just in tip, but man, he really did bust his head open wide, man, with that turnbuckle. And I guess they had taken it off or whatever, but man, that was what he did to Cody Monday, man, was.
Well, yeah, he tore Cody up.
Yeah.
That was so they did good with that to keep that going. I'll be honest. I mean, so yeah, it's set up for them to have a match at Night of Champions. To be perfectly honest, I don't think that match should happen at Night of Champions.
No, because it's called Night of. I mean, they're cut you off. It's called Night of Champions for a reason.
Right. Every match should be a championship match. Every title should be on the line. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. We had a couple of returns. Not the returns I was hoping for, really, but we had some returns.
Yeah.
See Becky come back.
Oh yeah. Hold up just a second, man. I don't know how long has she been gone. I've meant to look that up.
It's only been a few weeks, I think. I don't even think it's been a whole month. It might have been.
Maybe it's just no makeup Becky. You know what I mean? Maybe she's going back to that whole man phase where she's like, kicking ass, taking names later type Becky. But I didn't think that was her at first, man. And Becky, if somehow or another this gets out in the world, you know what I mean, and it gets to you, don't take it personally, okay?
Yeah, her face looked real skinny.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, either way though, I was glad to see Becky back. Becky Lynch is definitely worth having back. She's
course, man,
been a good one.
She's the one that she's pretty very a handful who makes that women's division, worth watching.
And then we had Natalya show up to challenge Rhea. So
yeah, I like Natalya. She but I don't really okay, I'm still confused. We're like 1-2 weeks maybe after this backlash. I figured, or the draft, I'm still confused. They're still promoting beyond Belair is on SmackDown.
Right.
Rhea's on Raw. Why are they still being labeled as those champions?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I really thought we'd have the title swap or they'd do something by now. It's kind of weird that we haven't.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird to me. It
Yeah.
really is.
And I maybe Night of Champions, either maybe Night of Champions, they'll do the belt swap.
Are they even what is that? Who all's fighting on that? Is because I didn't really see any women's putting theirs up.
You know what? I don't think they've announced any, but I don't know why. Well, other than the fact it's in Saudi Arabia, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. They had the. Oh, here we go. As of right now, we just got Seth and AJ,
Okay.
Kevin Owens, and so basically, as of right now, there's only one title that's going to be given out at Night of Champions, and I mean the tag team titles, but I mean, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like so. Just right now, it's 3 matches. So, but going back to Raw, that one, that was a good set first three, man.
Yeah.
Seth, Damien, and Shinsuke.
Oh
That
yeah.
was a good one. And then Cody, Finn, and the Miz. Miz is, hey, he's done his thing. We know he is just a filler
Yeah.
in that
Oh
one.
yeah.
We know.
Yeah. It ain't it's not for tomorrow, and it maybe not next week, but that belt's got Damian Priest's name on it. There ain't no way that man ain't gonna have that damn belt at some point.
You're
Um,
right. You're right. Hey,
yeah. If he don't, then WWE has committed a damn crime.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Damien shows up, man.
yeah.
I like Priest. I say all the time, I like Priest. I like Judgment Day. Except
I mean, you got Rhea Ripley, you got Finn Balor, you got Damian Priest. What's not to like?
right.
Oh,
Hey, what?
oops.
Rhea, Finn, Damien. The other one's just slipping my mind right now, dude. But that was a good one, man. I like that. And then that we had Seth versus Finn. For I guess you call that the final of that night or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Damn good match, man.
Oh, how could you
Man,
go wrong?
man, I was digging
I
that one,
mean,
dude.
you got two of the best performers that are in the WWE right now. I mean, there's
I like Finn, dude. I liked Finn
Seth
since
and
New
Finn. There's very few that can reach above what them two could pull off.
Yeah, I was saying, I was like, man, it's gonna be a good one right here. Hey, if these two don't show out, then I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell is left to give. But what? Anything else happen on Raw?
Uh, if it did, I didn't write it down.
I didn't either. Uh, Go ahead. We can go ahead and judge because most
I
of
know.
mine is
I
just on
mean,
the other promotion. But
I know
if
we're
you want to jump
starting to
to SmackDown,
see some of the NXT call ups kind of
ooh,
start, meshing in to some of the stuff.
was that Monday or was that Friday, SmackDown
Which one?
with Grimes and
Oh, that's SmackDown.
yeah, man, they played old Baron like he was just found him off the street and didn't even give him an entrance or nothing.
Well, let's just do that. Let's just go straight to SmackDown, and we'll talk about AEW since we're
Yeah,
already there.
I want to look. I want to see. That had to have been like maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Uh,
see if you can find that time real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, with SmackDown, we got the other bracket of the tournament, which we were questioning the fact, this Roman SmackDown, so this other title, this other championship is going to be on Raw. Why do we have a whole half of the bracket from SmackDown? And
yeah,
it's and I get that you want some of your top guys really to be in that to see it. So that was cool. And I read something now. I don't remember what it was that because we talked about the other day that kind of explained why they did it, but I don't remember what it was now.
yeah,
But on the
yeah. That was
SmackDown end of things, it was AJ that came out at the very end to set up for Seth
yeah,
versus AJ at Night of
yeah.
Champions.
They They had a go, man. I see. I'm hoping that leads up to something good, but I would really like to see that would be a cool outcome, which you talked about. I mean, in a good storyline, it would be Roman and Solo beat Sammy and Kevin. You know what I
Right.
mean? But then again, you got Roman with 4 fucking titles around his way,
Yeah.
everywhere. And then you put the Usos up against Roman and Solo. But we know that there's rumors going around that Solo's going to
Right.
follow suit too.
Oh,
So
what he was hinting at is last night at work, I had to go find him because it kind of a pretty cool way for them to pull this story came to my mind because we were trying to figure out, because Sammy and Kevin, are supposed to defend the titles at Night of Champions, which is in Saudi Arabia, where Sammy doesn't go.
yeah,
And I was like, so how are they going to? Because I couldn't see Sammy going. I found out now that it's going to be okay. But what I was going to say was, well, what would happen if they ran it like this? So Sammy, Usos would show up on Raw this next week or something, make one last challenge, go behind Roman's back, end up winning the title. So now Sammy doesn't have to go to Saudi Arabia. Then you got
yeah,
Roman and Solo versus the Usos at Night of Champions, which just opens up a whole nother can of worms and stuff. So
yeah.
that's what he was talking about the while ago. The story I was talking about running last night. It'd be
Oh,
pretty cool
that
though.
I thought we called it probably about a month ago that this whole blood they're going to fall apart unless this WWE they could all make up and they could
Yeah, I mean, who
move us
knows?
off.
They may be at wits end, and then all of a sudden Rikishi come back in and slap everybody around and say, hey, we don't
Yeah,
act that way. What the,
yeah.
it could
They
happen.
help they help Roman and Solo get the titles.
And then he'll make them all dance in the ring. So that'll be great.
Oh God. Oh God. That would be something else, dude.
Well, I love me
I don't
some
want to see.
Rikishi
You
though.
think you see Roman doing the dance?
I think Roman would have to do the worm.
Yeah. Solo and them, they know what it's all about, so they'd have to do it.
Yeah.
Uh who is this? Oh, I'm about to have all the titles. Roman.
Oh,
I don't know, but it
we got nothing on that
there's
camera
something about
Grimes.
Edge. Huh?
Nothing on that camera Grimes match.
No, that's what I'm it hit it and then what's I'm just gonna type that up. But man, Corbin, man, that was
Yeah. And guys, we talked about Baron Corbin on here before, and you know, I really like the guy. I really would love to see him be more successful. And I don't know what's causing him to not be in WWE other than being in WWE. I I, I don't we talked about that before. He had to rub somebody the wrong way.
he had to have. And he made a video, I guess, later on. He was like, man, after last night, he fixing him a damn shot of some expensive whiskey.
I
But
don't
it
blame
was
him
literally
because
like 15 seconds. It had to
that
be, man.
was that was a call up from NXT Cameron Grimes that we've been waiting on for a while. The kid's got good skills. I'm happy to see him, and I was thinking, man, this should be a good match because I feel like those two ring styles would really mesh well, and we'd
Yeah.
see a good match out of them. And we got a bell ring and I don't know what he calls that move, but a drop kick into a stomp into a pin, and the
Yeah.
match was
Hey, a
over.
drop kick to a stomp. That's what I would call it.
So
Hey, this is really good. Yeah.
if you was to have sneezed, you would have to rewind and see what happened because you would have missed it. Because damn,
I thought it was going to be a little bit longer. Hey, give us a little bit more, Grimes. But okay,
yeah,
now they're just showing Corbin, hey, man, this is what we think of you. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, once again, he's one that I think could benefit from a Japan tour.
Yeah.
I'd love to say I'd like to see him go to AEW, but right now, they need to get their roster kind of leveled
What
out,
was
and
he at first? What was that he came out as first? The Wolf or something?
Lone Wolf, I think, is what it was.
Yeah, yeah. That's what. Yeah, I remember that.
And
Okay,
he
here it
was
is.
he was very dominating when he did that.
Yeah.
I mean, his
Wouldn't
NXT
he lose
run was.
somebody?
I don't think so. He his NXT run was as the Lone Wolf was really good, and then
Huh. Yeah, that just to jump, just to change the subject real quick. I was just looking at that Lashley, Sheamus, in theory. Well, I could have swore it was going to be fucking Bobby all the way from SmackDown. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, it
I
is.
wouldn't
Here it
have
is, right here. We're gonna.
surprised me.
It was. Oh hell! They just put it as in seconds. They didn't show the time. But I'm gonna say 10 seconds. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And this dude's a former king of the ring. And it's
yeah,
called the Cave In.
the cave in. I like it.
Yeah,
That was killer though. I mean,
yeah.
kudos to Cameron Grimes because that move kicks ass. I loved it,
That's
but
a pretty cool move. Yeah, you're right.
why you got to dog my boy Corbin like that, man?
Yeah. But there was also that other guy, Waller.
Grayson
I
Waller,
guess
yep.
there's gonna be a show on his or something like kind of like
Yeah,
how Miz
he
does.
does the talk show, kind of like Talk is Jericho and the all the other ones, Miz TV and
Yeah,
stuff. He's got his own, so he'll bring that to SmackDown. And I guess he'll interview who AJ next week since AJ won
yeah,
the whole bracket.
yeah. They then you had the women's. I really don't know how that was a weird ending, but of course, Morgan and Rodriguez are still the champions. So I think we're going to
Right.
see a split up. I feel that coming with Bailey and Damage Control.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I honestly, once again, I really expected, Bailey to go to one show and the other two to go to another show during the draft, and
Yeah,
uh,
you know.
yeah,
Oh,
we already talked about the draft and how disappointing that was. That
I
was
know.
last
Hey, that's what I was
episode.
about
So
to say, man. Hey, the draft threw us off. For we expected a lot more,
yeah,
and we didn't get that at all.
yeah, that was
Let's
last
just be honest.
episode. And if you really want to know what we think, go check that one out next,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you haven't already.
And then I guess you had Oscar. I mean, we have Bianca Belair. She come out to do her
Yeah,
celebration as what was it? The longest reigning in this area, women's
yeah, I
champion in
think
this
so,
area.
something like that. Yeah, longest in this era.
Yeah,
You know,
Oscar cut that real short.
which that was her in her hometown too. That was right in
Knoxville.
our
Yeah,
backyard, Dad gummit.
yeah. Man, Oscar, she hit her with the mist, and
Oh,
I don't
she
know
did.
how she covered her. I mean, Bianca was just yeah, yeah, yeah. She was
Yeah.
done after that one, brother.
But that got our official Oscar heel turn, I would say.
Yeah,
So yeah, we should see some good stuff come out of that. Um, although with all of the NXT women call ups we got, I felt like going back to a feud that Bianca's already had. Uh, if you didn't think they were ready, what did we call them up for? I kind of would have liked to seen a feud with one of them, or even their, they called up their women's champion. Did she go to SmackDown or Raw?
think she's raw.
Oh,
So
yeah.
to
She,
what you were saying
whatever.
with Oscar, Bianca,
Yeah.
W, what somebody at True Claus, Prime Meltzer said that there's not a woman right now in the locker room that they feel that can go up against Bianca. And that's why they chose to renew the Oscar Bianca
Yeah.
rivalry.
Well, she better do better than she did against EO Sky because she damn near killed that poor girl.
Yeah. Man, he was good, man.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I think Bianca's a great, and she's been a good champion, and she's been everything that someone else on the other show should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
But
But I tell you, Charlotte will be
right,
her next
yeah,
after Oscar, she may be challenging it.
yeah, could be. But I mean, it just and it's come to light a lot since the whole thing with EO and dropping her on her damn head like she did. She's
Yeah.
evidently had some quite a few botches that they could have got people hurt. So she just needs to be careful with that because I hate to see her, end up having to be stripped of the title in some stupid way because she's an unsafe worker. I mean, that'd be
Hey,
crazy.
that's exactly goes to another person. You know what I mean? That we're talking about. It's like, well, that's another brand. So we'll get
Yeah,
to her. We don't like talking about certain ones, but that goes to show that without the right training, man, girls can get injured, men can get injured. You could just that's how people can ruin their careers, man.
yeah. But the big thing that came out of this week with Raw and SmackDown was we now know at Night of Champions, Seth
Good.
Rollins will take on AJ Styles for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Uh,
good, man. I hope
and
it. I hope so. I hope
I'm
so. But
calling Seth right now,
yeah, of course. Hey, of
100%, and I'm
course.
super happy with that. Uh,
I could
the,
live with that. And I
and
hope
then
he's going to be one that shows up every damn Monday, too. You know what I mean? Well, maybe
right,
not put the title up every night, not
yeah,
every Monday.
no, yeah, we're gonna
Give us
see
one a
Seth.
month.
We're gonna see Seth all the time for sure.
Yeah.
The other, we got one more match for that card. That's all we got out of this week, and that's Roman and Solo versus Sammy and Kevin for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Which that's fine. Okay, Roman should still have to defend his title. He
Preach it,
should
brother.
still have to
Preach it.
defend the Universal Championship, however, whatever they want to call that double belt.
But just call it one thing. Yeah. The
Uh,
Universal, undisputed heavyweight. It's
he
like,
should have to defend it. Like
yeah.
that is Night of Champions. All titles are supposed to be on the line. So if he doesn't defend it, he's now gotten away with breaking several like rules in wrestling that fans really deserve to be followed.
I
Title
hope
should
we
be
get a new cut.
defended. There's
Yeah.
there's a rule that says the title should be defended every 30 days.
Yeah.
Doesn't do that. The title should be every title on the line at Night of Champions. That should happen, and obviously it's not going to.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, we still got what, a week? No, we got 2 weeks. We got, yeah, 2 weeks,
Yeah, I
27.
think it's two. Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't it. I don't if that's for real things he manipulated into his contract, it kind of makes because I do like Roman, but that kind of makes me like
Yeah. I
the
think we
character
started seeing this
Roman.
trend though with who was it? Was it Brock
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Brock
of the
started this
part-time
shit.
champion? I think that was when we first started seeing this trend. And I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe he only does it kind of like going back to his background with what he fought with the leukemia and everything else. But if that's the case, and no offense to anybody, give it to this is a business. You know,
Right.
somebody should have it where wrestling fans like you and I should be able to see this title defended on a regular basis,
Yeah.
not
I
just the big four. He only performs at the
right.
big four.
Yeah. I mean, it should be defended at every PLE. I mean, there's
You're
no
right.
reason it shouldn't be. And if it's not being defended at every PLE, that is a problem. And don't get me wrong, every time he does go out, he
Yeah,
puts on a show. I
he does.
enjoy it. And I kind of on one hand understand only defending on the big four because those defenses will
Money
mean
makers.
more. They'll mean more.
Yeah,
But and for the younger crowd that got into it, in the past 10 years,
yeah,
that feels normal to them. But those of us from the 90s and 80s that were used to seeing every pay-per-view, the title on the line,
yeah,
it
yeah,
makes us go, and I want to watch that pay-per-view. Why?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not. I'm sorry. PLE.
Why am I ordering this again?
That's
Why am I spending this bunch of months for?
because I tell you right now, if it wasn't for Peacock, I'm not paying $50 to not see the
No,
champion wrestle for damn
no.
sure.
I mean,
And
none of the champions you want to see it. That there's a
yeah,
reason for it. I hope from this point on, like I hope we see a Gunther match be brought in.
we
Maybe
damn sure better.
Theory, and that's about it. That's the only other two champions. Yeah, because they don't have any more.
We should
But
see them
Gunther and
too, and
Theory.
we should see both women's champions defend the belts. I
Yeah,
mean,
that goes back to what we were saying. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe somebody, I don't know.
of course, they're in Saudi Arabia, so they do have to wear different outfits than they normally wear. So
Covered head to toe, right?
yeah, well, I think their faces are not covered.
Hair has to be pulled back
Yep,
or
I think their
something.
hair has
No
to be pulled
arm, no
back,
legs
and
showing.
yeah, and I don't even know if they're allowed to wear makeup. I didn't look that deep into it, but
Sucks for people like Liv Morgan and you know what I mean and everything.
well, I mean, Rhea's got her ass hanging out every time she comes out to that ring,
Yeah,
and evidently the people in Saudi Arabia don't want to see that.
yeah.
There's no accounting for taste, so anyway.
Hey,
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
reading something about how you brought Rhea up. They were talking about it says something about Rhea responds when WWE's snuck out of an awkward date with fellow wrestler. Talking
Oh boy.
about Judgment Day, she wants it to go as long as it can go, man.
And I was expecting, and maybe as the NXT call ups and stuff start kind of finding their spot, I expect us to see the Judgment Day grow by one or two at least
I did too. I
soon.
could have sworn it was going to be another part.
I thought it oh excuse me, I thought it would have already happened, but I still think it's going to
We
probably
also thought
soon.
there was going to be a female coming into the bloodline.
Yeah. And then I also saw where there may be plans for the Judgment Day to turn on Finn Balor.
I can see that.
So,
I kind of felt
which,
like something between him and Priest for the last couple of weeks, like when they talk or whatever. You know,
yeah,
hey,
which
that won't be. He ain't no stranger to that.
I'd
Hey,
be,
Finn
oh,
ain't no
for damn
stranger to
sure.
that. I'm gonna tell
I'll
you
be honest.
when the Bullet Club kicked him out,
Oh
that
yeah,
was a
yeah.
beating.
I'll be honest. Uh, I would rather see the rest of the Bullet Club turn on Damian Priest and let him run on a solo run. But uh, you know, maybe a little bit later, so he can
Yeah,
jump into that main event picture when he does. So that's
it will
okay.
come. I'm
Oh, it
telling you,
damn sure.
Priest has got the look, the act, the fucking skills.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He checks off the list of everything it needs to be a champion. Now, whether it be there or somewhere else, but he's got it, man. He's got it. He's got what it takes. So I like to see that one day. But
Yeah.
sticking on WWE real quick, I don't know if you read this about Edge. How he said possibly his retirement match for good, SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Hmm.
Yeah, they ain't got it. It's still a couple months away, so they ain't really got an opponent. But he said it's probably going to be about SummerSlam. He's going to hang up the boots.
Well, I thought he said before that he was going to hang him up the next time they go back to his hometown.
Which is
He
what
kind of I want to
Canada?
say he come out when they were there this last time and kind of said, the next time will be my last when I something like that. I want to say that happened. I mean,
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know there was that one thing going around that he was saying he would quit if he won the title, and then once he lost it, he would be done. You know what
right,
I mean? But we know that ain't going. That's like saying, okay, put the AEW one on Dustin Rhodes and have
right,
him
and I
go
don't
out
know,
in the bank.
maybe within the next year or so he might have a run at that newer championship because I don't see Cody getting his mitts on it until a WrestleMania, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
Which would
I hear
be
you.
I'm okay with because I feel like Cody getting it should be a WrestleMania because it needs to be a big moment. But
I
since
hear
we're
you.
on WWE, what else did I save? Something else? No, I already read that one. Uh, and now we know this is WWE, and this interview, even though it's from his father is still a wrestler and been in the business for a long time. So I always, whether it's for real or not, you got to take them with a grain of salt when you're interviewing a wrestler, whether they're retired or not. But Bob Orton was interviewed, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
read what he said because he kind of gives a supposed update. something tells me this is more or less. I think it's a sign that we're about to see Randy come back. A lot of the articles when you click on heartbreaking news about Randy Orton, this and that. This is where it stemmed from. Bob Orton on his son Randy Orton. I don't know if he feels like going back, if he feels like going back, or if he feels like he's ready to go back. I think he might. Then again, he's pretty well taken care of. I don't think he needs to. I think the doctors have told him not to.
Yeah, that's what I read. That the
So,
doctors advise not to.
so this is Bob Orton now. Okay, so that's Randy's dad, but he still was a wrestler. He still so and he's from a time where kayfabe was damn sure alive.
Of
So
course.
you got to take that with a grain of salt because we've seen stuff like this before, and it's like, oh man, oh damn, he's done for. And then oh wow, he's back, and it's a
What's he
huge
doing
pop.
here? Yeah,
So,
huge pop. Imagine that, man. You think he's done, and then I hear voices in my
oh man,
hey, hey, the crowd would go fucking ape shit, man.
yeah,
Yeah, that family goes a while back. So we
oh
was talking
yeah,
about Edge earlier.
yeah, for sure. Oh, that's an
I
awful
mean
nice
Randy.
cup.
I mean Randy. Sorry. What do you say? It's a nice cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, not available yet on the market, but you know, but it's talk was talking about Randy Orton earlier, how close he had come to having Andre as an uncle, man.
Yeah,
You
that's a
know,
pretty crazy story.
yeah, I was watching the biography thing on the TV, and they actually just did one on him. I mean Andre and Macho, and it's up to date. They just gave a dedication to Lanny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But real quick, back to Edge, just real quick.
okay, Edge. Got it.
Says hinted at retirement in August of 2023, but is his retirement only with WWE? Might he look to make a run in AEW before he really hanging it up? Ah.
Hmm.
Edge and Christian, hey,
I was about to say, if he's going there, there's only one reason he would be headed that direction,
yeah,
and that would be to.
says there. Worcester's him potentially jumping. He could make some good money with one final run where his good buddy Christian is. All that said, don't expect it though.
Edge and Christian versus the Hardys in a nursing home match.
Yeah, the retirement home, the
Oh, I'm
retirement farm
sorry.
match.
I'm sorry. Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
I couldn't help it.
that would be fucking crazy.
But that's what that is. But that's what hit me when it was like, okay, there's only one reason he would go to AEW, and that's because Christian's there. So he joined forces, be back with Edge and Christian.
Yeah,
There's two other people there. Edge, Jeff and Matt, the Hardy Boys are in AEW.
yeah, but they put on some
So,
good matches back in the
so I
day.
mean, that would be kind of cool if Edge goes over there, does a small thing with him and Christian, and then they do a little thing with the Hardys, and then let both teams retire.
Yeah,
You know, it would be a good ratings thing for AEW, and it'd be a hell of a gift to the fans, to be honest.
you know,
At
I
least
was
for my
just thinking,
generation.
it just popped in my head. Considering how long we've been watching this, and now you know, think about how people for us watch people retire. They're wrestling people. Now we're like, damn, parties.
Yeah,
Jeff looked his age the other night. You know what I mean? Matt, you could tell he's stiffer than a board. You know what I mean? It's just like you're seeing all of our classic guys just say, okay, it's time, man,
yeah.
to
I
hang it up. But
I think we're fixing to see some really. To be perfectly honest, I think Matt and Jeff are fixing to put on some pretty good shows because you can tell they feel really good and they're really happy to be back together and do this one last run.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that, but
I, but yeah, okay. Hey, let's you just speaking of them. Let's go ahead and
yeah,
jump over to AEW
I think we just
because
segued ourselves right into AEW. So I
yeah, because I want to talk about just real quick Christian's promo. Did you get a chance to hear that
feel like
when
I
he was
did.
calling out Warlow?
Yeah,
Well, he got a crowd reaction off that one.
boy, he did.
what was they saying? Edge is better.
Yeah,
He
man,
and
I'll
you
tell
could
you what.
tell he was pissed because he left Lucha in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pissed. You know what I mean? Because
But
that, he
Christian's got
wanted to
that
get their
mouth on him
matches,
to
but
really get that damn heel heat going.
phew,
Christian's kind of, he doesn't pull a lot of punches, man. He don't mind throwing the stingers out there, man.
yeah, he got a reaction that he wanted, but when that crowd went to Edge is better, and they just kept saying it as he talked, how Edge was better than.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. But
Yeah,
man, Dynamite was fan fucking tastic.
yeah, it was.
What a show. Claudio
Can
versus
I put
Phoenix.
that on one of my fucking what we're going to talk about later, or is that too soon? About
That's
the
too
heel
soon.
turns. Hey,
Let's you
fuck
turn
this
that.
off. Fuck you,
Let's
Don Callis.
let
Hey, go ahead.
let's talk about Claudio and Phoenix. Claudio and Phoenix.
Hey, first of all, let me just say this, and I put a note here. All matches on Dynamite was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, if the whole show got a rating A, it was definitely an A or better because every one of them showed up and showed out, and I loved every fucking bit of that show Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But Claudio and Phoenix, man,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
yeah.
Two phenomenal athletes putting on a killer damn show. Uh, as much as I love Ray Phoenix and the Lucha Brothers, Claudio come away with the win on that one. So now him and obviously one of the Blackpool Combat
Probably
Club
probably
members
Huda. Probably
will
Huda.
be facing them for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. Maybe a new member. Who knows? That'd be kind of crazy. Somebody else join them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm all right with that. And then we got Orange Cassidy.
Oh, hey, another good match. Me and you talk about Garcia, but now he's
Yeah.
doing this whole fucking uh
Uh,
dancing thing, but
I
hell of a
don't
match,
I
man.
don't get it because the kid's ring work is fucking phenomenal.
He's good. He's
I
good. Yeah.
just
I think ever since he was good before I think when he went Jericho, right? And then I think he like shifted himself aside from him. That's when he took the pure championship, was it?
yeah.
That he had a good little run, but when he decided to go back, to the Jericho thing, man, it was just like now it's like a joke gimmick. He's doing these dances now
Yeah.
and
I
doing
don't
this little.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's
That's right.
goofy as
Hey.
hell. I don't like it. The pure champion Daniel Garcia is the Daniel Garcia I want to see.
Yeah,
That
but
that
after that match too,
that so much is good.
I think it went on to was that the House of Black? Was that the next one where they kept showing
It
Cassidy in
was
the back?
the next one was Julia Hart versus Anna JAS.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Man,
Hey, give it up to the women. They're
tell
on
you
a
what,
whole nother level over there, man. And no, hey,
them girls
to,
got damn.
to the other women in this profession in another company, hands down, AEW's women are on another level.
Yeah, and
They're on a whole nother level there, man. That's all I can say about it. They put on better shows. It's just
100%.
I can't say enough about them. And be honest with you, that was my first time seeing Julia Hart
So we
wrestle.
talked about that the other day. So as much as Brian Pillman and Brian, I was always a huge fan of Brian Pillman in the day. Brian Pillman Jr., the dude is awesome. I love Brian Pillman Jr. Griff
Yeah,
Garrison, not I'm not saying he's terrible, but needs some work.
yeah.
Julia Hart, no offense to those two, was being wasted teamed with them two. This joining the House of Black, this has been the best thing for Julia Hart. And now we're seeing her in matches, and
She fits the role good. She
damn,
fits that role good. She plays it good.
damn,
Yeah, I
hella
liked it, man.
impressed with that match.
That was a no holds barred match, by the way. That
Oh
was
yeah,
a good one. That was a
yeah.
good one.
And then That we followed that up with the trios match, the
We're
trios
the best friend with Bandito. They told him, "What's your stipulation? No witches at ringside."
tag.
But
Yeah, they didn't need the witch at ringside either.
I'm I don't know how people are going to take this, but I love House of Black. I've become a fan more and more
Yeah,
every week. The greatest thing about their opponents Wednesday was Bandito. Uh,
yeah.
maybe if I could see them in different settings, maybe one on one. I'm just not a fan of the best friends.
I've
Um,
I've seen the best friends do some good stuff. They've had some really good programs that they've ran, and then they've done a lot where they just kind of take a back seat to someone else, and they're just kind of
yeah, of
there.
course,
So
Bandito, man, he
they are
shows up.
good, but oh,
But that,
Bandito, y'all know how we feel about Bandito. If
yeah,
y'all been
but
watching the
that
channel,
led
you
to
know.
the, yeah, I love eight. But that led to the thing. Kyle Fletcher
Yeah.
attacking Cassidy.
Yes, Kyle Fletcher from Aussie Open uh,
Yeah.
took out Orange Cassidy in the back.
Mm.
All
Okay.
right,
So
before we go any further, because I know what's about to happen. Uh, we're talking about things that happened in the back. We had two other things happen in the back, and I'm
yeah.
not happy about it because I think it should have been done differently. But
Oh,
we had two
I
returns.
know where you're going with that
So
one.
we
Oh, go
had
ahead.
Miro returned, and we saw what's her name in the back trying to get you interview.
Oh, yeah,
Damn,
who is she?
that's isn't that Renee
That's
Paquette?
not her name.
That wasn't Renee.
Huh? No,
You sure?
I thought it was that other girl.
Shit, I thought it was Renee. Look
I don't
that
know,
up.
but I'm glad to see your favorites coming back.
But Miro came back, and I'm excited for Miro to come back. But all he did was, they tried to get the interview, and he walked into Tony Khan's office, and we
Yeah,
saw nothing, nothing else. Hadn't heard a damn thing, nothing. Uh, I think that was not the right way to bring him back. You just kind of robbed of the surprise pop, and once again,
true. I
we're
see where
we're
you
from the
got.
we're from the old school generation, and the pop is big for me. Maybe the pop is not as big a thing anymore. I hope
I would
not.
say for me as well. I like to be surprised, and I like to see, in the middle of a match or when somebody's done, boom, you get Miro's music, or boom, you get
Yeah,
Thunder Rosa. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So yeah,
And speaking of Thunder Rosa, that's the other return we saw. We saw her do the same thing.
yeah.
I get the interview, said like three words, walked into Tony Khan's office, then we got nothing. And I've been pining for Thunder Rosa to come back for months. I mean, that's
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, damn it, Thunder Rosa, where's Thunder Rosa? Ready for Thunder Rosa? And that's what I get. And
yeah.
once
It was
again,
Renee. I'm sorry. It was her. Sorry,
okay. And once
Renee.
again, though,
Because there's another woman there too, and I can't remember
right,
her
yeah,
name, but
we still
okay,
got robbed from the damn pop. Like Thunder Rosa could have
yeah,
come back and after somebody's match and challenged for that belt, and then we'd have had a huge pop. I'd have blown the roof off of my house screaming. I
God, yeah.
got in
That
trouble for waking
would
everybody
be,
up.
yeah. Maybe we will get what we want. Maybe we will get to see finally
I hope
so
so.
a real entertainer, sports entertainer, or a wrestler hold that TBS title. You
But
know, so
all right, we're gonna get
you
into
can't.
the final part of
Well,
AEW Dynamite. Just a fair warning, probably
you
gonna
forgot.
be some foul
Hold on.
language. Put your
Yeah,
children to bed, and I apologize ahead of time for what comes out of his mouth. Here we go.
yeah. First of all, it was a great, great match.
That's Kenny
I'm a
Omega and
Kenny fan.
John Moxley in a damn
Yeah,
steel cage. If it had been a
yeah,
big match, hell, it would have froze over because there's no way.
yeah. And it was all kicked off. Man, he hit him with just all around. I mean, we had barbed wire, we had glass, we had fucking chair, we had 2x4. Man, he hit him with the V trigger so damn hard it knocked it through the cage.
Knocked
But
him
that's what
through
set it up.
the cage.
That's what set it up. And
What up?
that piece of shit, Don Count, that's what it set up. So, Moxley hit him with the one wing angel, 1, 2, and that motherfucking rat comes up, hits Kenny in the head with that damn screwdriver, man. Mm, It's a rat if I've ever seen one in the wrestling business, man. After every, tell us who, what I mean? It's always Omega. He's made his ass, and he's gonna turn. Then he's gonna run and not take any interviews like a coward. That piece of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, why? And that goes back, and that can go also to Josh to what we're going to talk about later. The reason why I guess it got to me the way because nobody saw that shit coming. Nope. And I know Callis kept saying, "Oh, this is it." He didn't get that done to you. You helped out the people that did it to you. Coward, man. Yeah. I can't stand him, and I hope he gets.
I'm interested to see where that's going to lead. I'm curious.
Is he going to join Blackpool? I mean, you can tell my blood pressure. I start seeing my red until my eyes come out. You know what I mean?
I kind of hope he don't join back. I'm not a big fan of Don Callis. He's annoying as hell.
No, he needs. He don't need to be or need that AEW ring. I know that much. He may be another victim coming up. I'll tell you that. Fuck, man. That even shook. Hey, Tasha, she ain't been watching wrestling long. You know what I mean? But even when that happened, she went, "What the fuck is he doing?" Oh my God!
Welcome to pro wrestling.
yeah, and that's what we was talking about. How you don't see it. Nobody saw it coming. I mean, he actually stopped him. I think I was so mad after their match. I can't remember, but I can't remember how he got it. But he took it away from somebody. He took it away from Mox or whatever.
Yeah,
but
he took the screwdriver away from Moxley.
Yeah, he did a coward's move, man. And,
But
and then my next big rant was, does that count as a kick out from the?
I'm gonna give benefit of the doubt and say it probably doesn't, but
that was awesome, man. It was, like I said, all the Dynamite, man, was a great night.
For Kenny Omega fans, that sucks. For pro wrestling fans,
it was great.
That was great because nobody saw it coming. Nobody would have thought Don Callis would turn on Kenny Omega.
I know. And there for like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I thought maybe because he was acting kind of shifty, you know what I mean? But nobody would have thought that he would have turned on Kenny. I mean, he's the one who helped Kenny beat Mox the first time.
Yep.
So yeah. But before we get off Dynamite, we forgot about FTR. They had their little promo.
Oh, yeah, where they were supposed to accept.
Briscoe done his. He agreed to the match for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where he's going to be a special guest referee, and y'all had a good shot to Kayla. They spit it in his face, and old Dax pile dropped the shit out of fucking Briscoe.
Yeah, he did.
Not meaning to, but we'll see where that goes. I hope it don't cost FTR the titles. Because fuck, they ain't even had it that long, have
they? I don't think they're going to lose them titles. Not to Jay and Jeff Jarrett.
Oh God! Speaking of damn that, dude, we'll jump forward to Rampage. The guns, man, they're damn. Hey, what the hell was he wearing? When they were challenging the Hardys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I can't now remember that guy who's with the Hardys now. What's his name?
It's Brother Zay, Isaiah Cassidy.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of weird, but
I was glad they got out of the ring. I was glad that segment ended.
So talking about Brother Zay, that's what confused me. So from last episode, I thought Mark Quinn had came back during that match. So when I was watching that Rampage from last week, and I was confused during the podcast, guys. And I thought Mark Quinn had come back, and it was Isaiah Cassidy becoming like Matt and Jeff, the kind of the broken thing, and he became where Jeff is Brother Nero, he became Brother Zay. So he had the trench coat and stuff. So when I watched that, it was after work. We run 10-hour shifts, and So it did not catch. I didn't catch on to that at first, and but
Pretty much our catch up is literally on our day off, and then we
yeah,
get caught up maybe on Mondays. You know what I mean? So
but yeah. So that
uh,
was my confusion from last week. I just wanted to clear that up real quick since we were talking about Brother Zay.
I just don't understand why he. I don't know, but I was a
Yeah,
good one. But can we? Let's go back. So
rewind.
Allison Kay versus Tony Storm.
Okay. Yep.
Did you see this match?
Yes.
Hey, that Allison Kay lady is no joke.
No. No.
Apparently,
She
I
was.
looked. She's had championships in 3 different divisions, and she gave Tony a run for her
Oh
money.
yeah. She didn't make it easy for damn Tony Storm for sure.
Yeah, I
Did
liked her.
not
I
make it
liked her a
easy.
lot. But of course, Storm come out with the victory on that one.
Oh yeah.
Um, they spray painted her or whatnot. I could
Of
have
course.
swore people were gonna come out, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Uh,
I kind of
yeah,
surprised by that, but
but we had this was a good one. This was probably probably the best match of the night, actually. Fletcher and Action Andretti.
oh yeah. Yes.
That was a good match. That was a good match. I knew pretty much from watching Dynamite to that, I knew Fletcher wasn't gonna lose. You know what I
Oh,
mean? He can't
no.
attack Cassidy,
Right,
and
right. Yeah, no, he wasn't gonna lose. But
but I like at the end
once
of the
again,
match, he's
guys,
like, yeah,
if you've been following the channel for a while, you would know we're pretty big fans of Action Andretti. That dude
yeah.
puts on a hell of a show. I like that kid.
They looked like they could have been a tag team in that ring together because they were both wearing the same things. But hey,
Right.
good match,
Yeah, hell
good
yeah.
match. It was great. And then I don't know. This I'm sorry. Somebody needs to tell Swerve the next match was Dark Order versus the Mogul Embassy with Cage. Somebody get with Swerve. He's too good to be trying to play that. That this is not working for him.
No,
This gimmick is not working
no,
for him at all.
I
I
don't.
don't know where he's going with it with the mask
Yeah,
and
I don't care for this whole storyline. I don't
yeah,
care for the fact that they come out and squished the Dark Order like they did and made them look like trash. I don't appreciate that. I really want to see a resurgence of Dark Order. I don't know if I'm ever going to get it, but I would
no.
like to.
Who was those two that come out to help them? They were like Samoans.
Oh, it's they're part of the damn
Kingdom,
local embassy.
whatever. The embassy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're part of all them.
I like how they both did a double Samoan spike.
Yeah. And then of course you had Keith Lee and Dustin come out. I mean, I I,
Yeah, exactly.
I love Dustin to death. I mean, I've watched Dustin Rhodes in all
Forever.
of his different gimmicks forever. And I've never really been disappointed. I mean,
I understand.
Dustin's a goddamn worker for sure. And they've put some of the worst gimmicks in the history of wrestling on him, and he get him over. I can't.
Go Dust, baby.
I mean, I just can't. Which Gold Dust, by
Nobody
the
else could
way,
have done that. Nobody else could have done Gold Dust.
Gold Dust has one of the greatest finishers of all times. With Shattered Dreams.
Yeah.
But and Dustin has had a hell of a career. I've enjoyed. He had the wild promo in WCW where he pretty much told him he wasn't going to do this shit they wanted him to do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to say they wanted to have him portray a pedophile character.
I believe so. Yeah.
Some stupid shit. Like,
Yeah.
was that a Vince Russo idea? That had to have been a Russo idea.
Had to been. Had to been. Yeah, that was
Let's not get off there. That's a
right,
deep dark hole.
right.
We don't want to go there today. Deep
Yeah.
hole. Even in back in TNA, he brought out a character called Black Rain. That
Yeah.
character was pretty cool. Short lived, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this, I'm just not caring for him and Keith Lee as a team. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I just don't. It doesn't excite me. I mean,
I
when he
know.
goes
I
out
know,
there and
man.
he puts on a match, I know Dustin's going to put on a good match. I'm not saying he's not going to be put on a good match. The storyline just does nothing.
Yeah. Let's
Which I
see.
mean, I guess that's why it's on Rampage. I hate to knock on Rampage, but
Huh. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. I was like, what the fuck? But well, again, though, somebody needs to tell Swerve, man, we need to let's switch it up
Yeah.
because it's just not working for him there. But
And,
anyway,
and
so
Swerve is damn amazing too. So
oh yeah, he's fucking good.
yeah.
He really is. And I was looking at I was seeing what's his name, man, on WWE, the guy who tried to do this swanton over the thing.
Oh,
I'm
Top
like,
Dollar.
yeah,
No.
he yeah,
Shit, don't.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
don't
shit.
do it.
Hey, Dustin's got the same birthday as I do. Hey, buddy. But we'll go ahead and go to the oh lordy, the last match, man.
Sorry, I took
Um,
away for a minute. I had some ideas I wanted to write down. They hit me. If I don't write them down now, they'll be gone.
mhm. That's why you always see me jotting down during the podcast because I will forget, dude. Uh, we had oh my god, okay. The acclaimed with Daddy Ass versus Butcher Blade and Kip Sabian. So, yes,
Scissor me.
all right. So I'm gonna start this match, this part off with just saying, for the love of God, somebody tell Billy Gunn to lay off the bronzer. No, no. As Matt would say, we need to delete that because hey, I don't take this. Oh God, well, hope that I had to text you. I said, man, at the end of the match, I thought it was Shelton Benjamin in the ring. When Shelton Benjamin went blind, dude. Oh, somebody tell him. There was literally nobody in the back to say, "Hey, man, whoa, what did you do? Hey, that's a little bit too much, or something." But anyways, the Acclaim come out with that win, which was just crazy. I guess they got because ain't they going up against House of Black?
I thought that's what they got from winning that match. I don't know.
I
Maybe
thought
they
so
don't.
too.
Maybe that doesn't happen till Double or Nothing. We'll have to look. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
All right.
Oh, damn.
I'll entertain with the a song.
Keep them going.
Whoa. But yeah, we're back to what I guess I'll keep it going to what Josh was talking about. Oh, Dustin came back as a face painted character named Seven. Huh.
I had to turn my
So
ceiling fan on, and then my plug popped out of my ear, and I kicked it out in the damn hallway.
mm,
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
so,
Sorry.
so back to what you was talking about, Dustin. Uh
Yeah.
he did several vignettes for a fantastical face painted character named Seven.
Yes.
These vignettes contain ominous footage of Rhodes in full makeup standing outside children's bedroom windows.
Yeah, it was like white makeup and this weird
Yeah.
cowboy hat type thing.
And it was based on The Strangers from the 1998 film noir Dark City. He was a child abductor. Yeah,
Okay.
He said no to that.
I don't blame him. I mean, let's just be honest. To bring a character
Huh.
into professional wrestling like that could have ruined Dustin.
Listen to this. This is new to me. I did not know this. After turning gimmicks as well as his time as Go Dustin WWE for all the new kids. After turning heel upon his return, he began wrestling as the American Nightmare Dustin Rhodes, with his nickname a reference to his father's nickname, the American Dream.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see. Rhodes feuded with Jeff Jarrett before feuding with Terry Funk. He was kayfabe fired by Vince Russo at Spring Stampede into April 2000 for failing to prevent Terry Funk from winning the vacant Hardcore Championship against Norman Smiley.
Yeah, Norman Smiley.
he worked for a place called Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling. Huh. I did not know that, man. See? You learn something new every day, man. Renamed himself Blue Dust.
Blue Dust.
But yeah, it's on his page at under 99 to 2001, second return to WCW. But it said Runnels began wrestling as the American Nightmare, Dustin Rhodes. So I wonder if Cody took that from him.
I mean, damn, that's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was I mean, maybe Cody's using it as a not just a sort of a take on his father's nickname, but an ode to his brother as well. I mean,
hell, he did a hell of one big ass tattoo.
Yeah.
Everything, damn. But yeah, man, I didn't, I'd like to, man, I'd like to see that. But I saw that they were talking, and I was surprised that AEW, man, it jumps back to Dynamite where they did the vignettes with, the four pillars, and actually fucking Christian gave Jungle Boy props. You know what I mean? While talking shit about him.
Yeah.
While talking crap about him, gave him props. I was surprised with that.
Damn, fourth return to WWE. What a career, my damn.
I know it, right? He's been doing this for a while, brother. I was looking up something about Bray too. So
fifth return to WWE. Oh, the golden truth.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know, man. You can get back on this stuff, man, and you can just learn everything about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a hell of a week in wrestling, man.
For sure.
We had a Dynamite. Once I think we need to start doing our final week roundup of the best one out there, and I might give it to Dynamite.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. They killed it. Tony just needs to learn to blink.
Yeah, see, everywhere you look now, it's a top WWE star told not to wrestle again. So it's all over the internet that the doctors have advised Randy not to wrestle again. We'll see.
Kind of like building us up, brother. Hey, it's building us up. You know what I mean?
Because just
see, like I said,
when we've all been expecting that, and everybody thought, okay, not after WrestleMania, nothing. Okay, he's coming back at the draft, nothing. And then we're like, okay, now Riddle's involved in something. He's going to have to come back and help Riddle. Oh, Randy's not going to come back. He can't. Doctor said not to.
Yeah.
So now you got the fans like, oh,
yeah.
This is a build. This is a build to a big pop.
I hope when he does come out and Riddle thinks he's his best friend, and then he hits him with a fucking RKO.
RKO out of nowhere.
Done it to everybody else. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah, if Randy comes back, Riddle ain't getting out of it for sure.
Says that Bray Wyatt's return is up to management and him. So, all right. So let's head on to our special segment of the day, of the week. We have come up with our top 5 heel turns in wrestling. And I just think it's too soon to put that Coward Callus on my list.
Huh.
You know what'd you find?
Well, I just was looking real fast on my homepage that shows me all the latest stuff. Anyway, I was talking about why we didn't see some of the entrances on SmackDown. Most notably Rey Mysterio and Edge, when they
Yeah, I
went out
noticed
for
that
their,
too.
they didn't get entrances. So this is saying that reports that these entrances were instead shared on social media as a part of a new strategy to get fans tuning in. WWE's new method of going live on social media minutes before the show is to serve as an active reminder that the show is starting. After Styles' victory over the two WWE Hall of Famers, phenomenal one bested Bobby Lashley and Seth. We know that.
Maybe that's why we didn't see Baron Corbin's entrance.
Well, maybe that was on social media. I don't. I'm have
Yeah,
to.
but so they're saying they want people to jump on there first and then go to SmackDown.
Well, what we need them to do is jump on GWP first, ahead of the show, so they're ready to go, and then watch the show. That's what we need.
Yeah. Huh. Bo Dallas is saying that he was Uncle Howdy. Okay. So our top segment of the week. You ready?
Yes.
And it's too soon for me to put that coward in here. So he'll go down 10 years from now. I'll make a note 10 years from now of book one of the Gladiator. Hey, our Gladiator Bibles right here, Josh. You know,
Yep.
first to come that in 10 years, I'll talk about that coward. So, oh, Lordy, I hate him.
Yep. We both
Yeah,
got those guys.
there we go. Not available yet, but soon for you kids for back to school. Right? Hey.
There you go.
All right. So I'm going to start with number 5 and how I go down. One will be my best of all time.
Okay.
I'm going to say number 5, man, this one shook everyone, would be when Hogan joined the NWO.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the time when he thought it was done and he had to turn, so
Yeah.
I was glad,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a
That
that
was
was a big one.
Macho, right? Didn't he leg drop Macho?
Yes, because that was you had the outsiders, and they said it was Bash at the Beach. You had the
Yep.
outsiders. They said the third man is there, and
Yeah.
it was I want to say like Macho and Luger and Sting as a team
Yeah.
fighting the outsiders, and then the third, and then the outsiders were besting them, and then Hogan would come
Yeah.
down, and everybody thought, oh, but you had the man we always talk about. It was Bobby saying, "What if Hogan's the third man?" Bobby the Brain
Yeah.
Heenan, he called it.
Speaking of Bobby, man, I watched something on him earlier, man, and I about lost it, dude. Hey, that's on another note.
Yeah, that
That just boom. Hey, boom, just another idea coming to the head. But for all the younger ones, man, give them outsiders.
yeah.
Who are they?
The outsiders, that would be
Yeah.
Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
Yeah.
They
They're the ones who started all that shit. I give
they
them credit for starting that.
they
Not
defected from WWE and went to WCW for the money.
yeah.
Kevin Nash
Yeah.
has
They didn't even
no
know they were
problem
leaving.
telling
Wasn't
you.
it like they didn't even know they were leaving? They just showed up or something. It was
Well,
like a crazy story how that happened.
at that so if you watch WCW, it was like, oh, these guys are still with WWE, but the issue was that they had their goodbye because the whole clique, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, when we talk about the clique, by the way, Kevin
Yeah,
Nash,
gotta give
Scott
the new
Hall,
kid.
Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels, Triple H, and the 1-2-3 kid, X-Pac, Sean Waltman,
Yeah.
whatever
Keep
you want to
going.
call him. I prefer X-Pac myself, but
He got his
so
pop by
they
being
had
Razor.
their big going away for Kevin and Scott at a show that was not supposed to be seen, and people got video and picture,
Yeah. Yeah.
from that. No, they did not use their cell phones. That was not a thing then. That was
Yeah.
camcorders and
Yeah.
Polaroid cameras and shit.
But it's just very grainy.
But so yes, so you as we didn't the internet wasn't where you could get all the spoilers, so nobody knew that other than the people at the show that had kind of spread a little bit, nobody knew that Scott and Kevin left. and then they
Yeah.
start showing up on Nitro like they're invading.
Yeah. It wasn't that like when, Brett defected and he did the,
Oh yeah, Brett told you. So,
yeah.
but yeah, so and then they as they came in, they called themselves the Outsiders, and they kept saying that they had a third man for a
Mm-hmm.
long time. I mean, they had that going for a while, and that's how we got the Hogan heel turn, because Hogan came back and everybody thought he was back to be the hero, because that's what Hogan always was. And if
Yeah.
you were a kid in the 80s and even early 90s, Hogan was the hero.
Yeah.
Even kids that weren't into wrestling knew Hulk Hogan and knew he was the greatest guy ever.
I still hold a certain kind of feeling about that, but yeah,
It's hard not
Hogan.
to. I mean, you can't agree. I don't agree with a lot of things that with Hogan, and there's been some issues, and a lot of shit's come out about him,
Yeah, but
later
you
in
can't take
life.
him out of the picture, out of
But
the
you can
greatest to
never,
ever do it.
when you grew up with that,
Yeah.
it's just hard not to go away. It's
Yeah,
what
you're right.
he, honestly, without him, we probably wouldn't have what we have today.
You're right.
To
You're right.
just be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But
What's your
okay,
five?
so my number five, and this may have should have been higher up on the list, but I'm going with Shawn Michaels when he super
Yeah.
kicked Marty Jannetty through the what
Yeah.
was it, the barbershop window.
Yeah. So that'll skip one of mine. You know what I mean? So yeah, mine was higher up. Uh, let's see. Oh, this is going back.
All
I
right.
don't know if you probably remember this or not, but we're talking Mania 5.
Okay.
Uh, what we just talked about this guy. I wish we could have met him, but it was when Rick Martel turned on Tito Santana
Oh yeah.
when they were fighting the Brainbusters,
Yes.
and just led to the typical BS, a botch. Tito hit Rick with the damn forearm by accident. Rick just jumped off, and just left him hanging high and dry. But that was a pretty cool little heel turn for a Mania event. I'd skip my number 4 because I wanted to go that one, but I actually got that. Yeah, I could do this. What's your number 4?
My number 4, and okay, so full disclosure, I was didn't give myself enough time, so I ran my list really fast before we
Okay,
started, guys. So I'm just going to
okay,
be blatantly honest right now.
go ahead.
So my order may not be perfect, but my number 4 would be when the Mega Powers explode.
That's my number 4.
Damn.
That's my number 4, dude. Because
So
something told me to jump my number 4, and I went down to Tito and Rick Martel, but that's who I had as number 4, man.
okay.
Uh, let's see. I did that one. So, well, shit. Well, hell, I don't know. But I done said my 3, and you done said my 2. So my greatest heel turn would be
Well, let me. Okay, so let me do
go
my
ahead.
number 3 then, because shit, I'm still at 4, and we've
Yeah,
gone.
you done said my other ones.
So my number 3 was when Andre turned and joined Bobby.
Son of a, that's my number 1.
Fuck. I told
All right, man. Well, I guess I'm gonna leave this meeting. Talk to y'all next week, and Gladiator out. Shit.
damn it. Okay, well, my number 2 you don't have, obviously, because we've already figured out what you.
I bet you anything it's the one I marked out that I was going to put on the list and say, go ahead.
Okay, so my number 2 was when Austin turned and joined McMahon.
Bullshit, you not. I don't know if you can see. I marked it out right there. Stone Cold turns WrestleMania 17.
Shit.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Hold on. We just lost power to the pod track. Where's it?
That is so fucking crazy.
That's what I'm looking for. Damn it. Why wasn't that plugged in?
Did we not record the whole pod?
No, we just lost it a second ago, so we're fine.
Okay.
I'll I'll try to piece this together.
Damn it. I can't believe you chose. We chose all the same ones except for one, dude.
All right. Okay, we're
I had
recording
that.
again. Shit.
I had that as my number 4, man, but I knocked it off. I was like, when Stone Cold joined at WrestleMania 17, right?
Yeah.
But going back to that thing, though, it was going back to what we was talking about earlier, how with champions and whatnot not performing. Back in the day, we were used to seeing champions, and that goes back to what I was about to say with my number 1. So when Andre turned on Hogan, right, and then WrestleMania 3 happened,
Right.
Hogan beat him. But that following week, I believe it was week maybe 2, at Saturday Night Main Event on NBC. Andre, that's when the ref wasn't looking, counted to 3. $1 Million Man paid off the ref, and then Andre turns around, hands that fucking title over to Ted DiBiase.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of the ones, man. Because I remember, man, when I was a kid, and I remember watching that. And we'll get, later on, we'll get into our wrestling shit. But Josh knows I was a hardcore Hogan fan. You know what I mean? And when that happened, dude, it was just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for
that was
sure.
wild. And then we ripped his cross off. He grabbed his shirt because Andre's hands are so damn big. He
Oh
ripped
yeah.
his shirt off in his damn chain too, to go across, and he had blood coming down his chest. Where Andre, I remember Hogan said he tried to make himself cry, but you see him poke himself in the eye, trying to get his tears coming out. But yeah, man, go ahead to your number 1.
So my number 1 was your number 5, Hogan joining the NWO.
Ain't that fucking crazy?
The third man.
So we had basically all the same ones except for one.
I did have an honorable mention though.
You better not fucking say it. I put an honorable mention down. Let me just say that has something to do with this.
No.
All right, can I say my honorable mention
All right,
first?
go. Let's go with honorable mentions. Here we go.
When Sergeant Slaughter turned on America.
All right, I like it.
Okay, all right. So
my honorable mention was when Sergeant. No, I'm kidding. My honorable mentions actually when my honorable mention was when Seth Rollins joined the Authority.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a real good one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that is so crazy.
Those are some good ones, though.
Down, man. It's like, just
in the hell? What? Your mic got muted. What? How did that? You're muted.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
All right. Sorry. The missus was calling in.
Oh, okay. We're all kinds of technical difficulties tonight. But
yeah,
guys, if you haven't seen some of that stuff, some of those heel turns we was talking about were okay, for lack of a better word, they were quite a ways away. They were a long time ago. So if you haven't had a chance, most of that, okay, all of that pretty much was either WWE or WCW. So I really, if you haven't seen that stuff, get with Peacock, get on there and kind of go back and see some of that stuff. A lot of those, I think a bunch of those you can actually find on Peacock where they actually piece together a bunch of that where you don't have to watch a bunch of full episodes of Raw or Nitro and stuff to see that stuff happen. But it's some good stuff to check out if you haven't.
A lot of those aren't like heels that you could turn around. It was like, I mean, hell, you had when Orndorff turned on Hogan. It's all just you can go back. A lot of people turned on Hogan back in those days that he thought were friends, but Macho and the Mega Powers, man, that was wow, that was a good one. And it all boiled over.
Yeah,
Miss Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, she seemed to cause lots of problems in her tenure with wrestling.
Yeah, well, Macho loved that woman, buddy. Could tell you that. But they I think I talked about just before we go, a lot of people ain't gonna see Carmella for a while either. I guess she announced what was the other night we found out she announced that she's like almost 3 months pregnant. So now we know why she didn't get that title run. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. But congratulations to her.
Yeah, yeah. Congrats, and Corey.
Yeah,
I love Corey, man. Hey, he is where he needs to be.
yeah. I hate that his career got cut short in the ring.
Yeah,
Because his in ring stuff was amazing. And
I'm sad to
obviously,
say I didn't really get to see a lot of it. I
he would have
unfortunately,
been phenomenal on the microphone. There's with what he does on commentary, there's no way his mic work wouldn't have been
could you imagine,
phenomenal.
like, because
It would have
that's
been
the
great.
only downfall I got with AEW is their commentary. You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
slow. It's kind of, and God
and
bless JR. You know what I mean? He had mentioned it the other night. He was like, look, my mistake, but I've been doing this for 50 years.
right,
You know
and
what I mean?
when they first when AEW first started and they come out and they said, we've got our commentary team, our first two announcements, the first two were Jim Ross, good old JR, and Tony Schiavone.
By the
For
way, I've been watching both of them my whole life.
for old school wrestling fans, we grew up with those. Those
Yeah.
voices are iconic. And I
Shut
didn't
your eyes and
expect
listen, and you know who they are. You know what I mean?
sure, yeah, there's no denying. And
Yeah.
I didn't expect though for them to be permanent. I honestly thought they would, start it maybe that first year. And then I thought they would pick up some other guys and get some other talent on that desk and let those guys, be there for special stuff. I know Jim Ross, I don't think he can travel near as much as he used to,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm surprised that they're still running. And I think some of that probably boils down to Tony Khan being a big wrestling fan.
If
And,
if
and part of
he's as big as he says he is, it's an honor to have
yeah,
JR.
yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Because
For real. Yeah.
you remember JR, Gorilla Monsoon, freaking Shivani, man. It was just the list go on and on.
But yeah, I
But
and talking about that real, part of that's part of Tony's problems as a booker. He's got to be he's almost such a huge wrestling fan
you can't
that
be a super fan and
sometimes it becomes detrimental to his booking.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, not always, but you can tell some of those. It's like
What?
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 Why? I mean, I'm happy to see this match, but why?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and
I agree.
some could say him being a big wrestling fan. A lot of people have criticized that. A fan shouldn't be a booker and this and that, and that's not necessarily true. If you're not a fan, you're not going to book good matches. But if
Right.
you're too big of
I
a
know I
fan,
could put up some hella matches if I had the
yeah, right.
opportunity.
But if you're too
Woo!
big of a fan, it could become a problem when you own the company
Yeah,
because it becomes
you'll have your
it becomes
favorite.
your toy because now you got real life action figures to and a real ring to place people in and
Yeah, yeah. Uh, just another quick shout out. We will be in Lafayette, Tennessee on May 20th at our good buddy Roy's RWF event at his new
yes,
venue. That's going to be fun, fun, fun. It's always fun. And
oh yeah,
yeah,
can't
of
wait.
course, it's going to be me and Josh and the girls. Y'all be on the lookout for them because they will be future, you know, performers. And then my son's actually going to be able to come out and his new fiance and my wife. So it's going to be a great, man. It's going to be a great night. I hope everybody can come out and see it, give some support to Roy.
Yeah, for sure. My wife's gonna stay home and play World of Warcraft.
Well, in her defense too, man. We can't take no chances of her getting, anybody coming into the front row seats, and hurting that injured arm.
Yeah, yeah. She had surgery, so her arm's in a sling right now. Nobody
Yeah,
knows, but
we've the next. I still just sit back and think about Josh. June is going to be the first days of June are going to be fun.
can't
September is
wait.
going to be last half
Yes.
of September, buddy. We're going to be busy.
Hey, got anybody in the Nashville area? Just if you
Yeah,
plan on going to the Nashville Comic Con, or if you don't, maybe make
June 3rd.
plans. June 3rd and 4th. We'll be
Yep.
there on the 3rd for sure. Walking around, we're not there actually set up or anything, but you'll be seeing the GWP shirts. We'll be walking around in them. I told Dallas she doesn't have to wear hers, but she'll probably wear hers because
Hey, I mean, hey, you don't have to wear it, but if you like getting on the computer and you like
yeah, you don't have to wear it, but if you expect to get out of the car,
yeah. So, you don't have to, but if you want to come in, it's probably best if you do have the GWP shirt on.
but she's a teenager, so I'm legally allowed to lock her in the warm car. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I have to look at the handbook.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. But I'm hoping, Roy puts on another great show this Saturday.
Yeah,
We've been talking about it. It's hard to believe it's this week. So
I know it. Talking about Dallas. She called me last night while we was at work and said, I'm bored. None of my friends are online and want to play.
yeah,
So, as a good dad would, I told her, go to get on the Roku, put it on Peacock, and go to WWE. And
yeah.
she said, "Oh, okay. What should I watch?" I said, "Just go down and find anyone that says WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, any of them,
Hey, what we need you
and
to do,
just
start at
start there."
WrestleMania 1. Hey, what you do is you start at 1 and you just go. You know what I mean?
Right. But
Golly, if you did that, you would literally see the changing in wrestling as
yeah,
it evolved, man. It
I,
was wow.
yeah, I don't know if I said it on here or not, but I know I talked about the fact that not long ago I was going back and watching the old WC and W Nitros, but talk about a change. Watching Scott Steiner, and we all know he was on the juice, on the
Mhm.
roids, and you could watch him from
No,
week to week.
you're kidding me.
Yeah, the genetic freak. Yeah,
He
but
really
you
was.
watch him from
Hey,
week to week. You could watch that change happen. Did it make him a larger than life persona and Freakzilla and the genetic freak and all that stuff? Yeah,
yeah,
but it's probably wasn't the best thing for him to do, but that was the thing to do back then, guys.
yeah.
We're talking the '90s, so
Well, maybe we will see a new Steiner come up and about. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, we got so that's that. Yeah, we didn't talk about that, but we did. We was talking the other day about Braun Breaker and the reason
Yeah,
why he didn't get drafted.
yeah,
He just did his heel turn. This is why he didn't get drafted, guys.
yeah. That confused me, man, because he had that title forever in
Yeah.
NXT.
So it's like surprising, like you're like, man, he's not the champ. Usually, right after, if they're especially if they're a highly successful champion in NXT, they get the call up, and he didn't get it.
Yeah,
But he just did his heel turn, and they're really liking his heel turn character, and they want him to, mold that and create that and become, make that a big deal. And they're quite possibly when he gets the call up, it's probably going to be after SummerSlam. He may
yeah,
finally take the Steiner name,
yeah. That could have
and
been in our top 5 heel turns when Scott turned on Rick.
that's for damn sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
forgot about that one. Yeah. But that, what's crazy, I can talk about things and then it's like, oh, you remember? Oh, that leads back. Well, that could have been on that list. So,
That's what
yeah,
I'm going to do when I heel turn. I'm gonna dye my hair blonde, cut it off, and
God. Fucking big old Jack Dallas. Hey, big arms, but little bitty muscle right here.
yeah, like boom, and then boom.
That's how you could tell he was doing something, man. It was like,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on, Scott. And it was like he was huge, but these little bitty knots for muscles and shit. It was like, golly.
yeah. But give it up to Scott. Best promos ever.
Oh, he was killer on the mic. Hey,
Yeah.
now I don't think he can get away with it now. Well, AEW he
No.
could. On WWE,
Uh,
no, because
he can get away
MJF
with
is
some
just
of
as
it.
hard. MJF is just as brutal on that microphone than
Yeah.
some more. So yeah, we didn't even talk. Yeah, that could be the next one because we didn't even get into that about the damn. I honestly don't think he's going to hold it after this next pay per view.
Yeah. Yeah. MJF. Yeah. I got a feeling he'll lose it at Double or Nothing.
I think I'd like to see. Let's see, we got Sammy, Darby, and Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Well, Jack Perry, whatever he's going by now.
Yeah. We'll call him Jack Perry. I mean, I think
I think
Jungle
I would
Boy's
like to
probably over.
see. Sammy, Sammy make a good champ, man.
Yeah,
Darby too. I just
yeah.
don't think Perry has it right now. I don't think he's there yet. But either
I
Sammy or
he
Darby. But my pick is Sammy.
so Jack Perry has it. He does. He just doesn't have the crowd behind him as much
Yeah,
as the other two.
yeah.
So, you know,
You got to
so
check off all the boxes on the list. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
You got to have it all.
So I got to quit kicking that. um, you got Sammy. Well, I'm just a huge Darby fan, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Darby. If Sammy wins it, I know we're gonna get some entertaining stuff out of it. So I'm not gonna be
No knocking the
disappointed.
MJF. It's like, but it goes back to what we were talking about with Roman. You don't see him wrestle, but when he
Yeah.
does, MJF puts on a show. Him
Oh
and
yeah.
Brian Danielson, man, hey, that was a damn good fight. That Iron Man,
Oh yeah.
that was good. And the dog collar match was good. But it's just that it goes back to saying we want to see a champion fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely got. That's definitely what we need. Oh, what's that one?
Mm.
Um.
Mm.
Well, yeah, that's the two most recent events we got coming up that we'll be at. It'll be the RWF show and then the Nashville Comic Con.
Yeah, that's
Like
gonna
I
be
said,
cool.
guys, we're not a booth or anything, but you know,
Not yet.
well, yeah, I looked into it, I really did. But if you go out there, look for the shirts. We'll be wearing our shirts, big GWP logo on them. We're
Come up and
pretty
say
easy to
hi. You
spot.
know what I mean?
It will be easy to spot. Spart. I don't know what spart is. Um, yeah, I'm tired.
But just come up and say hi, man. We really want to as wrapping it up or whatever, we really want to hear the comments. We want to read the comments, just come up and say hi. If you are there and you see us, come up, say what's up, and just leave comments on our pages. And we really want to, we're in this to win it, man, and we want to
Yeah, and
get as far as we can and the platform we can get, and everybody know us, and everybody, just lead to future things for us.
and we, if you're if you're joining us now and you're one of the people we've contacted, if we see somebody walking around in a wrestling shirt, we're we're busting out the business card and handing it over. So if you're joining us from that, we appreciate it.
Oh,
And
go ahead. Keep talking.
those of you that we might meet at the coming up events, and you watching this after the fact, it was, we were so glad to have you.
You could either look for our shirts
Yeah,
or
let's see what
you
you
can
got.
look for the bags. Hey,
Yes.
hey, you can't miss us, buddy. Hey,
Yeah, we
you
got
cannot miss us.
the logos there. We don't have hats yet. We got to get to that. We're getting there. Just give it
Yeah, you
time.
can tell we're both hat men, so we'll get them up. But yeah, man, it's been another good week, and oh man, so hopefully, well, I mean, maybe we'll see something change with WWE. Maybe they'll hit Roman. You got to defend it. You know what I mean? And that'd be kind of interesting to see him do that tag team and then have to turn around and defend his other title against someone.
And that's what it should be. I doubt they do it that way, but that's what they should do.
Because
That's
we still should see a match come up about Gunther, Austin Theory, the
mhm.
women. Let's say Night of Champions is supposed to be Night of Champions, supposed to be all champions fighting. So even Brock and Cody in there is just kind of weird.
Yeah, I like I said, I don't think that match should be for that. I think they should have just
You
kind
know
of
who's back though?
let that feud keep building and then let them have a over the top match at SummerSlam is how they should have pulled that off. I don't think
Yeah,
they have any business on this PLE.
no,
That's
that's
my
true.
opinion, and Hunter's still not calling me back to
Message
hear
after
me out.
message, man. I can't never get him to return no damn calls. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can only stand so many damn emails a day. Uh, but yeah, I like to see old Gunther, man, because I like to see Gunther on that PLE. By the way, they think that'd
Yes.
be good. But I hope this ain't true about his next upcoming opponents. But we can talk about that next week if we see that he gets involved. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah. But it's been fun, and ready to wrap it up for a week.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Go ahead and give the normal likes and subscribes, buddy.
Yep, like you said, everybody make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, leave us a comment, let us know what you thought about the show, let us know what you want to hear on the next show or the shows after that. I know we got a lot of things we're in talks on working out, getting some things happening, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, guys. Hit that subscribe button. That's going to help us keep pushing on. And as you do that, turn on your notifications. You're going to always know exactly when the podcast hits the waves.
Yeah,
I'm gonna struggle getting this one out before midnight, but I try to always have them out before midnight on Sunday.
got a lot of editing to do on this one.
Yeah, but if you're not on YouTube and you're listening to the audio only, we appreciate that. Make sure you like it, and you can
Yeah.
subscribe on the audio ones and all of that too. So
Yes,
check
sir.
us out on Facebook and Instagram, and check us out on Twitter. I don't have it nearly as updated as it should be,
Yeah,
but
we are up and running on Instagram now, so we're running full blast on that now.
yeah, so follow us on Instagram and Facebook. That's where you're going to get the most updates and be able to contact us easiest if you're not commenting on YouTube. That's the best way to
Yeah,
contact right now.
yeah.
All right,
Alrighty,
guys.
well, it's been fun. And Gladiator out.